What's up, brother? I just opened up my computer and it's telling me you've got a request from your follower, Carlos. And here's what it says. It says, LFA, hope all is well. I'm 28, make about 33K a year, and I still live with my parents. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, man. We're not off to a good start, and I'm not saying that to shame you or anything. I know a lot of younger people, I'm 34 by the way, a lot of younger people are staying with their parents longer. When I was 21, I moved back in with my mom to help her pay off her mortgage. I stayed there for about a year, and the whole time that I was there, I felt ashamed that I was an adult living with my parents. So, after about a year or so, I had to move out. And it seems with this younger group, they're staying with their parents longer and longer. So it's not just you, it's a lot of people in your age group. So, maybe that's something you want to look into as soon as possible. I think you are stunning your growth a little by living with your parents still. And I think if you lived on your own and you had to pay big boy bills all by yourself, you would probably look for something that pays a little more than 33K a year. So, the domino effect would actually knock down all the bad things in your life and you can rebuild with good things. But anyways, let's move on. This year I wanted to pursue a new career and possibly return to school. New career is a great idea. School, it depends on what you're going for. There's a lot of BS degrees out there, but there's a lot of really good degrees out there and good technical schools and things. So depends on what it is you're looking for. Choose wisely. I'm currently in the social services field. I am a mental health case manager and have thought about going to IT. So you're on the right track. Definitely on the right track. And I think moving out of your parents' house, although it may sound like it would be more difficult because you would have to pay the big boy bills, it would actually benefit you tremendously in the long run. So, don't be afraid to do that. I highly encourage it. Okay. However, it's not my path that I feel completely drawn to. If I were to get in, there's opportunity to move up and make more money. Yeah, that's sort of an adult move. I don't think anybody really loves their careers unless you're like a professional athlete or a rock star or something, or you run a business that you really love to run. But the majority of people out there, they consider their career to be a responsibility, and they do it just for just to improve their lives, and they do it for the livelihoods of their families. So, sometimes you have to sacrifice, and that's probably a good idea. In the field that I'm in now, I would have to return to school for 2 years to attain my master's to eventually land a higher paying job, but I feel that I've had enough in the social work field. I entered the field to try to help others and change lives for the better, but realized that I was being naive and many people want to stay where they are at. Probably so. The social work field is kind of hit and miss, mostly miss. And I think you're definitely onto something. And look, you thought it would be something that it's not, and you found out the hard way, and now you're thinking about moving on. If you don't move on to something better, you're definitely going to regret it. So you're on the right track here. There's pressure to make things happen, but I also see the value in taking it easy and letting things unfold. No, what you're telling me here is that you're comfortable where you're at and you're making up excuses to not take that next step. My fear is that another year will pass and I'll still be in the same spot financially. Of course, obviously. I don't have major debt, but I know that is a limit in attracting high quality women. Debt doesn't attract high quality women, but having the ability to make big purchases does. It's sad to say, but it's kind of the way the world works. If you pull up in a Ferrari or if you own a mansion, if you can afford expensive things, beautiful women just come along with it. Who knows why, but it's the truth. But you shouldn't do it for the women. You should do it for yourself. I don't feel that I have a good chance of monetizing a passion and becoming self-employed at this point, since I'm not sure what value I could provide or problem I can solve. Look, if you pursue something in IT, which is clearly the safe route, it's the smartest route here so far in this conversation, that's clearly the best option. If you pursue that route and you're making good money, you can start a side business, something that doesn't require a lot of time and effort, and you can build it from the ground up. It'll start off small, you'll struggle, but you'll enjoy it. It'll be something you're passionate about, and you can let it grow while working a career that pays well and doesn't consume a ton of your time. So, that's an easy problem for you to solve. Let's see here. From your perspective, how can I obtain clarity in deciding how to move forward? Okay, you clearly aren't satisfied with your life. You're 28 years old. If you don't change it, you're going to be 30 and unsatisfied with your life, or 40 and unsatisfied with your life. You've already answered your own questions. You know you need to find a better career. We both know you need to move out of your parents' house. That's pretty obvious. And I think when you make those two decisions, you'll be on the right track, definitely. That will provide enough clarity for you to see that you're getting results. If you want a girlfriend, because you mentioned women do not want to date a man that lives at their parents' house. Even if you were 19, she's going to choose a dude that has an apartment over a dude that lives at his mom's house, like 100% of the time. So, that pretty much goes without saying. Outside of finances, I also need to work on improving overall health and mindset. I've been hooked on porn since my teenage years, and I believe this has been one factor in a lack of clarity and purpose. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Look, if I were to wake up in the morning and beat my meat, I would lose all of the motivation I had to go to the gym, to go to work, to go out on a date with a woman, to take a woman home and have sex with her, to make a lot of money, anything. When you beat your meat, it lowers your ambitions. We have reward systems. We have a dopamine system that goes on in our brain. And when we reward ourselves without actually accomplishing anything, just looking at a computer screen and getting a dopamine hit, we are tricking our brain into believing that we accomplished something when we actually did not. So that will definitely hold you back, and it's good that you realize that. I don't typically talk about nofap, but if you're waking up every day, or if you're looking at porn every day, you're not getting girls, but you're jerking off to internet porn, you're not making progress in your life, you're still living with your parents, you have a career you're not satisfied with, but you're jerking off, watching porn, you need to change that. Do a nofap. Try to go 30 days without porn. 30 days. I guarantee you it makes somewhat of a difference. And if you go 30, turn it to 60. If you can go 60, turn it to 90. Go out and talk to women. Have real sex. Reward yourself by actually accomplishing something. Going out and meeting people is an accomplishment if you're somebody that struggles with that. And it sounds like you do. So that's something you need to do. And then you'll start to see clarity and purpose. When you're starting to get results out of life, it's really easy to see, like, looking back, you'll see, wow, I should have made these changes much earlier. With that said, do you advise that I try to work on everything at once or break it down into smaller areas, fitness, finances, etc.? They all go hand in hand. Your character and your personality and your work ethic, it all goes hand in hand. If you wake up in the morning and look at your computer screen and beat your meat, you lose the ambitions throughout the day. You don't practice discipline, so you're not improving at all. If you wake up in the morning and you go to the gym, you work your ass off at the gym, what's that say? It says you're a person who has discipline, you're focused, you're motivated, and you're willing to put the work in. That's going to carry with you throughout the day. You're going to hit your job and you're going to do a better job because you've already been to the gym. You've already worked yourself until failure. Now you've trained your brain to work yourself until failure. You're going to do the same at work. You're going to do the same in your career. You're going to do the same when you start a small business. You're going to do the same when you go out with a woman. You're going to work hard until you get results. You do it all at the same time. You can't just pick one. Okay? You are who you are. If you're somebody that finishes what he starts, you finish what you start no matter what it is you do in life. If you go to college, you finish your degree. If you go to the gym, you finish your workout. If you go out on a date with a woman, you finish the right way. You're a finisher, not a beta that gets flaked on. You know what I mean? It all goes hand in hand. Trust me. When you develop a strong character and a strong personality, you'll see. And it's not going to be difficult for you to do. If you quit the porn, you start working out, you start getting out of your comfort zone. Don't work a career that feels like a safe path. Work a career that challenges you and it's rewarding. Okay? When you make these changes, your life will change drastically. Anyways, also, should I be trying to gain experience with women if I get a chance, or should I avoid that until I'm improving my SMV? Your SMV is going to improve. If you hit the gym, if you increase your money, if you're out there socializing and meeting new women, you're going to build a social circle. You're going to build friends. You're going to build a network because you're out there taking swings. That's how you improve your SMV. Okay? You improve your SMV by getting out there and doing it. So to ask, should you get out there and do it, or should you improve your SMV first? They go together. You can't have one without the other. If you're out there improving yourself, your SMV will improve as well. That's pretty simple. I think you know this already, man. I think a lot of what we've talked about here, you already know. You just need a big brother to come in and kick you in the ass and make you get it done. So hopefully I can serve as that. Right now I rate myself at an SMV at a 3 or 4 out of 10. I look forward to hearing from you and watching future content on your YouTube channel. I think you're probably rating yourself about right. 28 years old and living at your parents' house, women are going to view you as pretty much a loser. I'm not saying you're a loser. I'm saying in the eyes of women, you're going to be a loser. If you make $20,000 a year below the average annual income in your age group, women are going to think you're a loser. I'm not saying I think you're a loser. I think you enjoy helping people and your career just happens to not pay that much. But women are going to view you as a loser. It's a cold world. It's the truth. If you're jerking off to internet porn on a daily basis and you're not going out and learning how to talk to women, learning how to conduct yourself around women, learning how to seal the deal with women, women are going to meet you and they're going to see that you lack experience and they're going to think you're a loser. Again, I'm not saying I think you are. I'm just saying that's what they're going to think. So, Carlos, you know what to do. Stop watching the porn. Get out there and get your IT training, whatever it is you want to do. Change your career path. Most IT jobs pay over $50,000 a year. Okay, social service jobs, their social worker jobs pay what you're making now. You have to make the smart decision here. You can't do this anymore, man. You're 28. Get out of your parents' house. When you make these changes, you will learn to love yourself, because I guarantee you the reason why you're sending me this kind of stuff, the reason why you're reaching out and you want this sort of help is because you know you're screwing up. You know what you're doing is stunting your own growth. And all you have to do is make these small, subtle changes and it can all turn around. Be sure to email me at the lfashow@gmail.com. Keep in touch, and I want to know how you're doing, and we'll track your progress a little bit. And, I think you got this. This shouldn't be too difficult. Anyways, I don't know how long this website's going to let me make this video, so I got to wrap it up now. You know what to do. Make the changes. I believe in you. Make me proud. Until next time, see you later.